I know I haven't made a video in quite some time, and I apologize for that, but I'm making one right now. Just like every other YouTuber who starts out their video, I'm sorry. But no, I really am sorry. But I wanted to talk about something really big that has happened in my life recently. If you are friends with me on Facebook or you follow me on Instagram, you'd probably know that I was in a very bad car accident not too long ago in November. I'm super grateful that I'm okay now. Well, if you don't know, I am technically a senior in high school, but I have all my credits, so I'm able to take classes at a university. At the time, I was only required to take one class a day at my high school, and then I would leave around 9 in the morning. On November 22nd, just like every other day, I went to go sign out and go home, but a bunch of people stopped me and said that I should probably stay for the assembly that they were having about graduation. So I stayed an hour and a half or 2 hours longer than what I normally would have, and then I got in my car and I was gonna drive home, but I never made it home. They had blocked off a road that I should have been taking to get home. They were blocking it off for construction, and I had been going around for like over a month. And they had finally just opened up the road, and I took that way home. And that road's pretty bad as it is. It's like all swervy, and it's a really curvy, winding road. It had been raining that day, and I have no idea what happened. The person that I hit has no idea what happened. So we're only going by what the witness driving behind me was saying. What they think happened was I hydroplaned and lost control of my car, which caused me to get off the road a little bit. Once I got back up on the road, I overcorrected into the other lane, and there just happened to be a pickup truck coming in the other lane, and it was a head-on collision, and it was really bad. I think there was 2 people in the truck, and I think their car was totaled. My car definitely was totaled. There was nobody driving with me, it was just me. I'll put some pictures in. My car is facing in the opposite direction, in the opposite lane, like against a guardrail. Like my driver's side door was pushed up against the guardrail, and the paramedics had to cut me out of my car with the jaws of life. So the people in the truck were fine. I was not. I guess because of how hard we hit each other and the airbag, I don't know, but I blacked out, and I guess the airbag knocked me unconscious. That caused me to have a concussion, which caused me to forget everything and have no memory of the accident or a week and a half after the accident. I also had broken ribs, a punctured lung, something broken off of my spine, I'm not very sure, and laceration in my liver. Broken ribs hurt so bad. If anybody has had broken ribs, they know how fucking bad it hurts. Like, you cannot cough, you can't talk, you can't sneeze without hurting your ribs. It's awful. They wanted to air care me to the hospital, which is so insane because you only get air cared to hospitals if something's really wrong with you. They brought the helicopter there, but I guess the weather was too bad that they couldn't land the helicopter, so they just took me in an ambulance. And I was hospitalized for 5 days. Like I mentioned before, I have no memory of this at all because of my concussion. While I was in the hospital, I didn't act like myself at all. I apparently cussed a lot. I said really mean things. I made people cry, I heard. And like I said, I don't remember anything that I said or did. I just know what people told me. And I'm gonna share with you what they told me. There's so many, but I'm just gonna talk about the main ones. So within the first day of the accident, I had to pee really bad. They would not let me get up out of bed to physically go to the bathroom because they didn't know what was going on with my spine yet, and they didn't want to risk me getting paralyzed. They wanted to put a bedpan underneath me and have me pee in a pan. But I guess I couldn't do that. I said I forgot how to pee. I also said maybe I can pee if I have yoga pants on. Like what? Like I wasn't even wearing pants. Or underwear for that matter. And whenever the doctor started putting in the catheter, I said, "Get out of my vagina." And he said, "What?" And I said, "Get out of my vagina." And he laughed at me. A vagina is what I call a female private part down there. I apparently screamed at my mom a lot, and I told her that I had videos of her cussing me out with a nurse in the room. Every time I peed, I would brush my teeth, and I cried frequently because I could still smell my own stank breath. Apparently I had this really bad breath. I don't really know why, but I did. And I also cried hysterically when I dropped my toothbrush in the garbage can. And that is when I said I was gonna kill myself, and then I was put on suicide watch. I said I was gonna kill myself because I dropped my toothbrush in the garbage. Therefore, a nurse had to sit in the room with me at all times. What else did I do? I yelled at Cody a lot. I yelled at a lot of people a lot, actually. My friends came to visit me in the hospital, and they were just taking selfies with me. I was really out of it. My friend Emily came to visit me, and she brought her mom one day. And apparently I called my mom a cunt in front of her and her mom, which is awful because Emily's mom always said that I was such a good influence on Emily, so I probably fucked that up. Cody and his mom came to visit me, and Cody's mom was like, "Oh, doesn't Cody look cute in his Blackhawks jacket?" And I said I guess if he would change it because he wears it a lot. And I just think that's really funny. This whole experience has just been absolutely crazy. I probably wouldn't even have believed that this happened unless there was proof of it. Like, if my car wasn't totaled, if I didn't have a hospital bracelet, I wouldn't have believed that this even happened. Because it doesn't even seem real. It just goes to show that anything can change at any time, and you really have no control over things like you think you might. You may think stuff will never happen, and it will, and it's just a really scary thing, and you should just appreciate everything always, because just like that, it could be gone. Now every time that I see a Cavalier on the road, I kind of cry a little bit on the inside.